Are we live? Are we live? Yes, we are live. Okay, hello and welcome back to another Game Jam Session 4. This is going to be a brief, but I hope useful one to kind of extend on what we created last time with these walls here. This was nothing particularly impressive. Just remind myself. Come on, off we go. Pressing the shift button and clicking that. I still never got those the animations working, and I promise you I will work on that. Just as by way of update, I have been looking for work. I've been having a little bit more success. No firm job offers yet, but potentially a very interesting one. But I'm still kind of in the market, so we'll see how that goes along. But for now, let's crack on with doing what I'm going to do with this sort of level 1 creator. What I'm going to do is take this a bit further and use this same logic to create 3 different buttons. Okay, in another section, and the way we're going to do that is using the power of Unity is just to very quickly copy some of this stuff around. Crikey, that moved around quick, doesn't it? Look at that, woohoo! Right, now, so the messy brick wall 1, messy brick wall 2, lovely. Play area is that, and messy brick wall. So what I'm going to do is in fact, what I might actually do is put messy brick wall 1 and 2 in the play area. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't do that. And that makes good sense. I don't think that's going to mess anything up. Let's quickly play that, just make sure I haven't screwed anything up with that kind of shenanigan. Just quickly get over here. I'm pressing the shift key to speed up. This is the first person controller. Yeah, still working. There we go. Okay, it doesn't look great, does it? But you know, the thing is, sometimes prototyping you can just do this sort of thing, and it doesn't really matter because you can add that stuff later on. Good. All right. So if we now just grab this and then just do Control D, and let's create a new play area. So why don't we just call that play area 01, and we'll call this one play area 02. Now, the thing about play area 02, of course, is that it's in exactly right now the same place as play area 01. So let's quickly go to top view. We're in ISO mode, which is a good start. We will grab it and pull it across there. Yep. And obviously this is also going to need some form of flipping around. What I'm tempted to do is copy these guys over to there. So if I could just grab that wall there and delete it. She's gone, but don't panic, because what I will do is grab these two, Control D that, and drag those over there like so. Something like that. Now I know I'm going to be in trouble here if I don't. It looks like -8 to me. I'm just trying to get the numbers right. Or -8 point. Oh god, don't say me -8.75 or something. Let's try -8.75 on the x-axis. -8.75. We've got a bit of an issue in that the floor is now slightly out. How can we fix that? Look at the way the shadow works. Ooh, it comes and goes. There are a couple of ways we can fix that. One is just to completely remove those altogether, actually, and then just get this play area 2 and drag it across a bit more so it's underneath there. That's probably the better way of doing it, isn't it? Yeah, and we'll just get it closer and closer until it doesn't overlap. Let's just grab that again. I don't like these numbers it's showing on the x-axis here. There's a snap, isn't there? That might have been it. But I'm holding the control key down. Okay, now obviously at the moment these levels are identical, but we don't want that to stay the same, like so. And then we'll go into this next one, and we want this to be different. Yeah, I know that looks weird and it's upside down, but there we go. This one here is going to have slightly different walls, right? And there's no button. That's okay. That's okay, because I must admit I thought I'd put the button in there as well. Button X, there we go. That really needs to be in here. What's the best way of doing that? I'm going to drag it in for now, like so. I wish I'd kind of done that in this one, but I didn't. We can position it roughly the same place. So let's just Control C that, Control D it. No, excuse me. I want to copy that and then just paste it in. Paste. Button X, yeah, you can copy it into there. Now where is it? That's the next question. Yeah, so it's copied it. Gosh, it's put it into the same place as the other one, which is, I guess, is fine. Let's just move that across over here, like so, somewhere near there, near the other one. Again, so let's just. Interestingly, I've moved that button. Why are you doing this to me? Don't do this to me. Button X here. Why wasn't that visible? Yeah, there it is. Where had it gone? Oh, maybe I'm just being stupid. I don't see it. Hello. Now what am I what am I doing? There it is. It's not disabled, is it? It's enabled. I can see it on the scene game view there. That's the other button X. That's that button X. Don't give me this nonsense. What's wrong with you? Let's just do a little bit of control Zing. Okay, now let's see if it's still there. Okay, it's back. Oh, no doubt it's probably controlling the other walls in the other room as well, which I guess is okay. Okay, it's working. Right, okay, fine. Now let's drag that into play area 1. Now let's do it again. It's gone. So why is that happening? Oh, I'll bet you, is it anything to do with the animation? Let's just turn off the animator. And the button trigger, to keep that there. Let's just see if it's there with the now the animation's gone. Yeah, I think that's going to be a problem. To be honest with you, the animator doesn't work anyway. I suspect that's the position is getting all messed up because I'm probably using real world positions in the animator, and that's a pain. Probably here, animation. Excuse me. I'm probably setting real world local positions. That's going to be local. That's probably why it's getting all confused. That's interesting and confusing at the same time. So for now, I'm going to just disable them. Okay, now we can control. Let's just copy that and paste it into there, like so. However, what we want to do. Let's put that into there, and then we want to make sure that these are separate items. So this one here, the button, I'm going to set that to 0, and I'm going to then drag. So obviously then I have to do the locking thing, lock that. Just drag these two and just drag those into the trigger objects. I want to make sure is that clicking this button over here doesn't move those back to. I'm hoping it has. No, it hasn't. Good. That's exactly as I would have hoped. So it's kept those two objects, which are obviously different objects. Now for this level, so we've got through the first one. That was hard. This one's going to be a lot tougher, and the reason for that is that we're going to have more than one button. Button 1 is going to move all 3 of them. Button 2 is going to move the last 2, and button 3 is going to move the last 1. And there's going to be a sequence, and I can't remember exactly what it's going to be. That's going to do all that work for us. Again, where on earth has that button gone? Oh, it's probably in the same place. So let's drag it across, like so. Quickly go to the game view. And just make sure that works in some capacity. Right. So where I'm going with this is we're going to have another one of these, and I'm just going to do. Control D and drag it across somewhere in the middle. Let's just move each one. Come on, let's just move each one a little bit. I don't really care for distances right now, although I probably should. Let's go to the top view. Something like that is fine. Right, so this first one, yeah. So this first one, excuse me. Come on, thank you. What we'll do for this one is we'll move this up. Nice and high, I think the height is need to be 2, isn't it? Didn't I put that in the button trigger script? Size 2. No, where did I put that? Messy brick wall? What script did I put that in? Maybe I put it straight into the wall trigger script. I should have loaded this before, sorry. Okay, so that's going to bring that one up there. Bring that down a bit. So the first button, and in fact we can do this straight away, is we'll just set the 0 that out. Yeah, lovely. .5F, there we go. Trigger fired height. Look, I don't think we changed that. Wall trigger. Let's just make that a bit bigger so you can see it. Wall trigger. Oh, where's it gone? Wall trigger. Trigger fired height equals 5F. Wall trigger. So I actually know the walls should implement this, shouldn't they? Oh, it's because it's locked. Yeah, there we go. The trigger fired height is 5. So let's just make that 5. Is it? What's this? It's local, of course, isn't it? Okay, whatever. Make that 2 for now. No, 2's not right. 1. No, 0.5. 0.5. Oh god, 0.1. Minus 0.1. No, give it up. 0. There we go. Whatever it is. There. Alright. And now we're going to drag all 3. Again, we'll get that button X and we'll 0 that out. And I think I can already see my first problem, and that is that where's the excuse me, button X, lock. I think this isn't going to work, and then yeah, we locked it, so we'll click all these 3 here and just drag that in there. This is going to be slightly annoying. What we might have to do is get our human here and just move that across over there, just so that we're in the right place to start with. I know we wouldn't normally start there, but we're going to start there now. So I think that because we've done that, I think what it will do is what it's actually done is move that one even higher, and I didn't want that to happen. So the way I'm going to do this is as follows. I'd hoped that these guys, by the way, would have a wall trigger attached to them. Let's just unlock that. They do. So what we'll do now is we'll have a new value, is up equals, so we'll make that public. Okay. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll say up pos equals start pos equals transfer position. Up pos equals that plus that. So this isn't going to be quite right at the moment. We need to say start pos is that, and then we'll say other pos pf2 other pos equal other pf2 other pos enter, right, so other position equals that. So this is going up, but what we're saying is if it's already up, we want it to be down, don't we? So we should say is, yeah, God, right, other pos equals, sorry guys, I'm thinking as I talk, so we'll say if brackets is up, then that's not right at the moment, else that's actually the right way to go. That's if it's down, then that's right. Other pos equals transformed opposition minus. There we go. So we're saying if not is up equals other pos, else. I'm not even sure if that's going to work. Let's have a quick look. If not is up, transform dot position equals other pos is up equals true. Else transform equals start position. I don't think that's right, guys. I don't think that's right. I think I've got it wrong, but let's have a quick... Any errors? Console, no errors, but I don't think this is going to work. Okay, let's quickly spin over here. So it's moved it up, and the reason I think it's moved it up is because this is saying if not is up. So we need to be thinking about the start position and the other position. Alright, so we need to say something along the lines of other pos equals, if not is up. It's probably changed to is flipped or something like that. I need to think about this. I think probably the way to go about this is to change this slightly differently, and that's actually to have two different heights in the variables, and that's a real pain. I was hoping that those would flip round, but what I hadn't thought about was the fact that some could be up and some could be down. I'd assumed they were all starting in the down position. I'm sorry, guys. This is live game jamming, so I'm just thinking as I go. So what I'm going to say is that's no good at all. We're going to change this around. So if it's up at the start, the other position is that. How about we say I'm confused. We're going to change this all together. We're going to say something like, yes, I think I know how to do this. We're going to have a private boolean, a private bool, up at start, semicolon, right? Then we're going to say up at start equals is up. Okay, and the reason we're saying that is because this could change in the inspector, right? Okay, because we may change that to say whether it's up or not. And so we're going to say, is it up or not? I think this is the way to go about it. And the start position equals the transfer position. So we're saying if up at start, else, right? Okay, we're getting close now. If up at start, then the other position is down, is minus the vector. Otherwise, the other position is up. That vector. Okay, I know this is 5f is now wrong. Equals is up, right? And then we're going to say here, if I don't know what I'm doing. If up at start, other pos equal. If is up, and yeah, I think that might be right. Crikey, guys. I just don't know. No, so it's not working. And I guess we've got to say and up at start. If is up equals. Let's try that. Oh, that could be it. That could be it. Could be going the wrong way around, but it could be. It's still moving that blooming one up, isn't it? It's moving that other one even higher. Oh, that's frustrating. I thought that was it. Ah, but he did. Yeah, no, because this might be working. So which one is it? Which one's the middle one? 3, and we just need to say is up is true. Now that might flick it. That might flip it round. It might actually make it to go too low. But let's just see. It has worked, look. It's worked. It's flipped them. Oh, Rich. Okay. Oh, interesting. It hasn't worked the second time. It's probably going to make that even... Okay, so just need to think about why that's not moved it down. I like this. We'll just make that 6. Okay. Why didn't that move it down afterwards? It might be time to debug it. So if we're saying is up equals up at start, then we'll do the other position. Is up equals true. Is up equals false. That's not it, is it? That's not right. So we're going to say not equal to is up. I'm just going to try that. That's not right. It's equals not is up. Oh, that's what you say, isn't it? Not guaranteeing it, guys. So it's basically we're flipping it. Jeepers! Good luck debugging this. Come on, baby, work for me. Oh, Rich, that's work. Look, it's flipped them. Can you see that? What I might actually do is just pause this, undo maximise on play, just drag that up a bit, unpause. Oh, the mouse, look. Where's the mouse now? Lovely. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I've got all 3 on there. Now what we can now do, let's just double check the other one's still working. Always worth doing some regression testing, people. If you don't know what I mean by regression testing, then look it up. Basically it means, you don't have to look it up, I'll tell you now. It means making sure that the stuff that used to work still works. You can see here I'm pointing at my screen, which is useless to you, but you can see that the first section is working beautifully. Okay, good. Right, so we've got our blue button that flips them, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another button to our thing here, because you can see at the moment if I did, so let's just drag that first person controller over here again, so that we can test this out. Obviously currently there's no way out of this maze because we're flipping them. Unfortunately for us, you can see there's no way out because I do that and now I'm stuck behind this one. Like that. Right? Oh dear, I hear you cry. Yes, and you'd be right. And look at that. I think that wall's a little off the ground, but I don't really mind for that right now. These are things I guess we can try and look at. We should try and fix what we can. But anyway, not right now. I'm not. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to have another button here. And let's just zoom in a bit. And what I might do is I might move this button across a touch that way. So we'll call this flip all button. Okay, and what we'll then do is we'll create another button. Control D, drag it along. Okay, and this button here, and I'm just going to move that up here. It doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to call this. I'm going to call this flip back to button. Okay, and this is only going to do. Hang on. So, can I just delete this? Can I just remove it? I can. So I can say messy brick wall, but I need to work out which one it is. But I'm going to remove. It's that one, which is messy brick wall. So this one here is going to remove messy brick wall. Let's just see if I can just click on that little circle and do none. Yeah, that's not going to work for me. So I'm going to have to do 0, lock it, and then just grab these 2 here. I'm definitely on the flip back to button. Yes, I am. And then just drag those into the trigger objects. Okay, now the other thing I'm going to do, and I don't know what colours we've got or if we've got any. Where are my? How did I get that blue shader there? Where did I put that? It doesn't. Oh, for now I don't care. I'm going to create it under assets. No, I'll put it under images. I haven't got a materials folder, have I? I'll just create material. We'll call it green. Okay, and then we just let's just click on. Oh, I'm still in locked mode. Let's just grab that, pick a green colour somewhere around there, something like that. Lovely. And then we'll just click the green onto flip back to button. I'm hoping there we go. It's green. So now if we've got this right, then this should flip the back too. So now let's do that. And if I do this, it flips the back too. Can you see that? It doesn't touch the front one, but it flips the back too. This is working as I'd hoped. Now you still can't get out. I don't think you can. I don't think there's any combination here. Is there? It will work. I'm just trying it backwards and forwards, seeing if no. So the final button is just going to do the last one. Okay. I hope this is complicated enough that it's going to take a bit of time, but also not so complicated that it can't be done. So let's quickly do this under assets, green, Control D. Yeah, a red, lovely. And we'll make that red over there somewhere, lovely. And then we'll just drag that into up here, and then we'll call that flip last wall. Flip last wall button. All right, and that one is going to have none of these. But it is going to have the very last wall, which is wall 1. Okay. So let's go flip last wall button, lock it, and then last wall, just drag that into the array there. And now if we run it now, did I make that change it to red? Oh, maybe I did, but didn't move it. Where is it? Maybe I didn't. Let's drag it in. There we go. Well, red's not the best colour, is it? Because it kind of blends in with the wall. Not too much. I think it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Right. So now, can we, using this? That's gonna not gonna work. Not gonna do anything. Am I getting an error on the console? Okay. I thought that I had done that. Have I copied the button? Yes, I have. See, this is the problem that I may have mentioned before. I wanted to run this as an interface so that I could only drag things that actually had the wall trigger in the eye trigger interface. But now I've managed to drag in something that is completely irrelevant. So that it's not actually. It's we're still locked. Yes, we are. It must be messy brick wall. Let's quickly go over here. Come on, not you. You. Don't give me that. Yeah, you are messy brick wall 1. Alright, so I'm just going to drag you in there. Okay, now let's try it. I'm hoping you only do the back one. And you can see that it does. Lovely. Now, the question you have to ask yourself is, using our skills, can we work out? Can I work out? I've done it. So it's just that. So let's do that again. I mean, obviously I got lucky there, but if I do the back one like that, then that one, and then that one, it moves them all up. So you've got to do red, green, blue. But if you get it wrong, do something like that to start with. Let's say green and then red. You're thinking, oh, now what do I do? Now I've flipped them all. So hopefully that'll be nice and confusing enough that, see, there we go. So now I can do those two. And this one here does all 3. Perfect. And we're off. And we've done level 2. And now, let's play our game in its entirety. If we quickly grab my first person controller, which is you. I might just pop you a little bit higher up and drag you back over here. So can I drag you down a bit? Let's try that. Okay, so go over here. Level 1. Gosh, this looks hard. Click on there, and it opens up. Lovely. Oh, this game's easy. Right, I'm off down here. Level 2. Uh-oh. Some walls here. So let me just press the... I'm going to press the blue button and see what happens. That seems to have flipped them. Now, one thing I noticed is it's not actually that clear. Shall I... do you know, I've had this problem before. What I might do is I might add a blue, a red and a green tint to them. No, that's not going to work. Perhaps I could add some form of little sign here to show that they are affected by the blue one. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. This is going to be slightly weird. It's just something that I'm thinking as I speak. I'm going to add a blue cube to each of them, because the blue one affects all three of them, the green one affects the last two, and the red one affects the last one, doesn't it? So if we do this, if I just grab if I just create a new cube and play area 2, 3D object, is it cube? Is that where to go, or should we do something like a sphere? Where are you, sphere? Oh, you're over there, and you're big. Alright, I'm going to move you over, and I'm going to make you half the size as well. Scale is 0.1. I never said you could be 1.1. If I make you 1 though, you'll be no, Control Z. Oh, look at this, I'm unlocked again. I hate that, don't you? Right, let's just go top view. Top view, I thought. Right, so that's over here. So let's spin that over there. We'll just now need to be on the front view. All that. Yeah. Let's just. What I want to do is make it a bit smaller, so we'll make that 0.1, 0.2. No, 0.4 then. It needs to be quite big, don't we? Okay, and then we'll just go to top view again. Pull it in so it's in the middle. You're thinking, what's he doing? I'll show you in a second. My apologies for not being a bit clear on what this is. Okay, and then let's just grab the first person controller. Drag it back over here. Oh, where's you? Where are you off to? You monkey. That's it. That's exactly what I wanted to do. And then what we'll do is we'll grab the blue. Where is blue? Oh, I'm just gonna create it here. Control D. Make that blue. I'm sure blue exists somewhere else, but for now I don't care. And then I'm going to grab that sphere. Okay, and then I'll just call that blue sphere. Okay, and then we will just spin to the top view again. We really want that blue sphere to be part of messy. We need it to be attached to it, actually, to this wall. This is going to go up and down with it, right? So that's it. So we'll just pop the blue sphere in there. Control D and just put that in there, and then drag it across like so, and then pop it in there as well, because the blue one's going to affect all three of them. Okay, and then we're going to do the red ones. So let's the red one only affects the last two, doesn't it? So let's just Control D that and make that red. And then red sphere, and then we'll just drag that down a bit, Control D it, and drag it into that one, and drag it across, like so. And finally, the green sphere. So let's just do that, Control D, drag it down, and drag it in green into that. We better call it green sphere, hadn't we? I know these numbers at the end, we've surely tidied them up. Green sphere. Right, now if I press play, go over here, I'm hoping that... Hey, green sphere, why aren't you attached to the... Ah, I know why. The red one, the green's okay, but the blue and the red, these two need to be up, don't they? I seem to have copied them to the same place. Now if I just spin that up like that and then just drag them up so they're about the same place, there we go, that's better. Now if I grab that, so you can see that if I jump over the top, which I can't actually, but I can see that the blue one is affected by that, the blue and red one is affected by that. That's quite cool, isn't it? Have I got that right though? They're not moving. Okay, well that's a bit of a pain, but hang on a minute. Yeah, it's only the I've got that slightly wrong because the green one adjusts both, doesn't it? So hang on, a couple of problems in. Number one is that I've got them round the wrong way. Those two there, that should should be a green sphere. Yeah, so then we'll change it to green. You should be a red sphere. I need to change you to red. And you should be a green sphere. Oh, I'm confused, or I'm confusing myself. Green sphere, and you should have a green material. Right, now that looks correct. Now the next thing I had an issue with, and I don't know why this was happening, was that I thought that moving these guys would move the children underneath them, but that didn't happen a second ago, did it? It's moved those much higher, and that I don't understand. And it may have something again to do with this blooming animator. Let's just, did I do anything with the animator for these things? No, they don't have. No, hang on. No, they do not have animators. So why are you? So if I move you, I won't. I'll just move you up and down. Oh, you're too high. No, you're not too high. You're bang on. Oh, hang on. I hate that. That's you I'm after. Oh look. It looks to me like I've got the wrong thing attached to the wrong I've got all of those connected to the wrong wall. Oh, blimey. Right, oh guys, right. Right, all of those, I'm going to just grab all three of them. I'm just going to move them out of the way a sec. You two. How did I end up doing that? You two. What I might do. I think I know how I ended up doing that. You're okay. Right, you. Right, I'm going to delete you two. I'm just going to delete you. You and you. I'm going to Control X. I'm just going to move you. No, I'm not going to delete you. No, I'm not going to move you. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to move you. And then drag you across. And up. And across. Just spin. Let's have a quick look at the. Yeah, it looks right on the. Apart from you, look slightly off centre. And up, something like that. And obviously you're not needed on this one. And you're both a little low. Okay, and then finally, so that's that. That's pressing equal to. I see where I've gone wrong because I thought that would be 2. Now we'll do Control C. I'll just copy them. Messy brick wall 1. Control paste. Drag them into messy brick wall 1, and then move them. Move them down. This is what happens, people. This is what happens. If I'd done this in a practiced session, I would be okay. That looks better. We still need the red ball, don't we? On this one. Yeah. I know it's not in the right place, but I'll just Control D that, bring it across, something like that, and then make that red, and drag red into it. Okay. So now, if I do blue, have you all moved? Yes. If I do green, have you all moved? Yes. And if I do red. Now, it's slightly annoying is that blue, green and red opens them all up for me, so that seemed quite easy. But maybe that's the idea. Maybe that's the point of it. And we'll start having these balls here. I might put them back in the other section in a minute. But then it's clear that those balls open those ones and those ones. Yeah, I think I like what I've done here. Just checking. Yeah. I think I'm going to leave it at that. That was more complicated than I thought it would be. Do you think, for fun, what I'll do, just to add a twist to it, I will flip these buttons around. So I'll just flip that one over there. Just grab that and drag it across there-ish. And drag you and just drag you. Be kind to me, yeah. Blue, red and green, right? And now it's not so obvious. Which, in fact, if you do it, I would imagine if you do it in order now, you're going to be in trouble, right? Blue, then red, then green. Hey, really? Does that work as well? I didn't think that would work. No, that's frustrating. So you've got blue, which flips them around, then red, and green, which does the... hang on. So green does those two. So that's interesting. So blue, red and green also works. Blue, let's start again. There must be some order so you don't have to press them in the same order. So blue flips them. Yeah. Then red. Then green. So now if we do that, hang on, let's start again. I don't understand how I got that working last time. Blue flips them. Red flips that one. And green does the back too, doesn't it? Interesting. So can I make it... okay, let's try something else then. Let's just try green and red and just dragging them over to the left hand side. Now does that make it more I want to find a way so you don't just click them in order and it works. Red, green, blue. Ah, so let's try putting blue in the middle. I think it was. So is this actually easy whatever you do? Green, drag it across. Blue, drag you across there. Okay, I thought this was going to be a tough puzzle, but as it turns out, it couldn't be easier. But red, blue, green. So whatever order you put them in, as long as you press them in order, it will open. Okay, so I'm that really surprises me, but maybe there's probably some mathematicians out there who'll say, yes, of course it will, you idiot. That's how binary operators work. I'm probably missing a chapter there. I thought that wouldn't work. I thought there would be a combination that would make it complicated. But there we go. You can see the idea of the game now. And I think the next level will have perhaps 4 walls and 2 buttons or something like that, and we'll see if we can find a way to make it a little bit more complicated than this one. Guys, it's been a pleasure as always. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you and speaking to you soon. I will work on the animation. I think we're going to make the next level a little bit more complicated, and I think we'll see if we can add one more final twist for the end of the game jam. This isn't going to take 12 hours now. It's pretty clear we've come up with an interesting game in many respects, and I'll close this off and we'll work on something new. I think there's been a lot of requests for turrets, more tower defense stuff, so I'll work on that soon. It's been a pleasure, everyone. Thank you and goodbye.